We are live.
Hello.
Hello,
Anyone?
everyone. Welcome, everyone, to Ring the Bell News and Rumor Live.
Oh my gosh, I'm super excited today. A lot is happening in the world of wrestling as per usual. How are you feeling, DS? You good?
I am feeling very muscly today.
I know.
But
Okay, X-Men. What's happening? I'm here for
yeah.
that.
No,
We are
I'm
here for
actually
that.
having a terrible day, but it is what it is.
No. Okay,
But
we'll have to talk
whatever.
about that later.
We'll
Exactly,
talk about
whatever.
that
We're here
later.
now.
You ask me
Yeah.
about it in Q&A session because I was pissed. But anyway.
Oh my gosh. Another Thursday. And with that being said, hello everyone and welcome. Woo! I'm going to start this off. I'm super excited to see you all. And this is going to be a fun show. So let's just get this out of the way. You had something idea? You all right? I feel like you were
Let's
going
talk
to.
about the
Yeah.
format really quick.
Yes. Oh my God. I'm so excited. Yes. Let's go through the format.
Oh yeah, so the format of how this live news and rumor episode run is that we're gonna talk about three big stories of the week,
Mhm.
and as we go through the story, please ask questions. So everyone joining in on the comments section, thank you so much for joining. Make sure to join in. Make sure to talk about the topic at hand because we want this to be, you know, go flow well because we could be very distracted all the time. So ask us about the stories that we're talking about, and then at the end of the third story, we'll be talking about anything you want for the free whatever Q&A session. Obviously, I'm stuttering a little bit. I'm having an ESL moment, but that's the cue to jump onto the first story.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So, oh, Dakota Kai, love you, girl. She is injured once again. This was super disappointing. It seems as though she literally just came back and she's having trouble with her torn meniscus, unfortunately. So, Homegirl is set to miss 8 to 10 weeks. She's going to
Oh,
be out of commission for 8 to 10 weeks because of this torn meniscus. And this is such a shame. Things were really ramping up with damage control, and this sucks, DS. This really sucks. What do you think? It does. I love her.
so Dakota Kai is one of my favorite underrated talent. Like she is
Mhm.
so freaking good. Why did I not name her for my top most underrated people list? I don't know. I don't know why I didn't name her. But
Shoot.
I
What
think she is absolutely amazing. Like she is so freaking talented. I think she has one of the coolest finishers of all time, honestly. Like Athena's
happened?
Eclipse or O Face, Victoria's Widow Speak, Glam Slam, Chiropractor. I think it's just absolutely amazing finisher. And she's been doing so well since she came back. She was having main event after main event on WrestleMania, heading into WrestleMania on SmackDown. And with damage control having this bit of like a almost like a baby face turn, I was really excited to see what Dakota Kai would be doing. But no, she
Mm,
is taken out. It seems like she's
yeah.
taken out from damage control with that attack from Shayna and Zoe. The pure
Hmm.
fusion, profusion. What was their name? Pure Fusion Collective. Sorry, that's
Pure
a whole
Fusion
nother
Collective.
story. That's a whole nother story.
That's a dope club name. I don't know, either a club name or a name for an amazing collective. Pure
Dope.
Fusion. Yes, I said dope. I like it. You don't like it?
You're the first person that said that liked it. That's new.
I'm weird. But what are you gonna say? I like it. I'm here for that. But what I don't like is this injury. And let me just run down this stat. So we're in August 2024, and she was out of action, she being Dakota Kai, between May of 2023, March of 2024 this year, because previously she had suffered a torn ACL injury. So it seems like her knees are, I don't know. I'm hoping that this time around she can certainly rehab them for for them to get stronger and for her to obviously come back. But it seems like there's just been issues with her knees, and I don't know what this precludes for the future, but I hope you can certainly rehab, come back stronger, and do her thing. This is horrible. I mean, yeah,
Wow.
no
So
one would.
she's been already out for 10 months, and then this is yet another
Yeah,
one. Wow.
yeah, back to back. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel really
Mm.
bad for Dakota because like That's the thing. Like injury can happen to anyone, and it can happen like in the most unfortunate time. Like this is when Damage Control
Yeah.
just came back from like a brief hiatus, enjoying Japan, and Dakota. I don't know, but also at the same time, I feel like Damage Control can use this opportunity. I mean,
Mm.
like okay, like I'm really sad that Dakota obviously is injured, but I really hope you know. Io and Kairi can use this opportunity to rebrand themselves a little bit now that they're
Hmm.
going babyface. They were using Dakota as their mouthpiece. Like that, they
Yeah.
were their go-to. Dakota was their go-to mouthpiece. So this might actually
Mhm.
push WWE and Io and Kairi to make Io and Kairi speak more, which I'm kind of excited about. You know what I mean?
Me too.
It's like a silver
There's
lining in
always
this
this
terrible situation.
exactly. And that'll be good for them. And do you think they'll introduce a new face into the collective? What do you think? Is that going to
You
be?
know, Cause Asuka's out with the
Yeah.
injury, and I'm waiting for her to come back already. So I feel like when Asuka
Mm.
comes back and make it into a pure Japanese collective, instead of pure,
Right.
wait, pure,
Pure
yeah,
fusion.
pure fusion. That name gets me so confused. I'm ESL. I don't have a brain capacity for three different SAT words. Okay, so it's gonna be pure Japanese collective, which I'll be so down for.
Right, right. I'm here for it. We're wishing Dakota Kai well, and hopefully she just comes back better and stronger than ever before. And like you said, this will probably push, some good promos in English and push perhaps a new face into the collective, and we'll see.
I really hope this doesn't deter Dakota from
Mhm.
or WWE from pushing Dakota when she comes back. It's because WWE has tendency to be a little more
Mhm.
careful with the injury prone wrestlers. I don't even want to say that, but like because
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
Dakota is so good. I think she had so many memorable moments. I think that's why I really like her. Like she had so many memorable moments down in NXT, even though she's been out
Mhm.
so many times with injuries. Like whenever she came back with the whole like what even was it? She was holding something to attack like Raquel,
Oh
like a
yeah.
shovel. She was holding a shovel.
Oh my gosh,
Um
forgot about that.
I didn't. And then I've been loving. I mean, and she's just an awesome, amazing person too. So I just feel like she
Mhm.
has untapped potential that I really need WWE to tap. So injury again can happen anytime. Morgan and Morgan.
You said Morgan
Sorry,
Morgan.
that's my
Yes,
sponsor.
I
Morgan and
love
Morgan.
that.
Injury can happen anytime. But
Slide that
yeah,
right
I
in.
really hope Dakota can come back stronger than ever.
Yeah.
Because, look what happened to Chelsea. Chelsea, yeah, just like Simply Eddie said it right
I
here.
was gonna say.
Chelsea
Mhm.
was getting
Mhm.
injured left and right, but all her voodoo is out of the way, and now she is flourishing. Knock on wood. But
Yes.
I love her, yeah. So hopefully that's the future for Dakota.
And that's such a great point about Chelsea because, like you just said, yes, Dakota is a great talker. Chelsea, a great talker. Both super charismatic. I mean, let's look at the silver lining and when she comes back, let's see how this pans out. But I think because she's such a good talker, this will be fine. I think her doing that works very well in her favor, and I'm not going to count her out. So, and we're in the Paul Levesque era. So let's keep hope alive. I'm going to stick with that.
Absolutely. Someone came up
Yeah.
with this really good one. Let me see. Where is it? Ooh, okay. So,
Oh.
Living Legend had this idea of Meiko Satomura joining the new face version of Damage Control and take
Oh.
Dakota's place right now. Honestly, like
That
I
would be
said, I'll be so down. I'll be so down for this.
me too. Me too. And then someone else, let me see, Revolution to Evolution. Because I was just thinking about this too. Dakota could be back sooner as a manager like she did last year. And I could totally see that, to be quite honest. I wouldn't be mad at it. So, hey, if she comes back and she decides to manage, here for that.
I mean, here's the thing. Again,
Yeah.
so they were using Dakota Kai as a mouthpiece of Damage Control for so long.
Mm.
And so since Dakota has left, I mean that's just a week last Raw, they were pushing Io and Kairi to cut more promos, and I was honestly like kind of living for it. They have this like very specific way of cutting promos that is different from a
Mhm.
lot of the other, like just in general American style of cutting promos. It's very like anime like. It's like
Mm.
Bagayaro, I will end you. I'm just like, I
Hey,
love it. I love that energy. So honestly,
too.
I would love them to cut more promos because I think Kyrie and Io, both of them, has so much charisma. So much charisma.
Agreed. Mad charisma to the hilltops. They're I think Dakota's gonna be just fine. This injury is horrible, but she's gonna be fine in the end. So
And she also
rest
recently
up.
revealed her new lover. So
That part. So hey, you know,
I guess she could enjoy some loving.
loving, rest and relaxation. She has to get through that surgery first, but yeah, girl, you're good.
Yeah.
We're hoping for the best.
Shall we move to the second story?
Yes, please. And I know the fans cannot wait for this. Kelly
Boom.
Kelly. Wow.
Hello, hello, hello.
I need this to happen. It needs to happen.
Okay,
Homegirl
so
needs
what
to come back.
happened? What
Okay,
happened?
so and I got all this from Wrestling News Co. So she recently did an interview with Wrestling News Co. And Kelly Kelly said that she would love, number one, to work with Triple H, stating, I would love to come back and work for him. He's awesome. However, this can only been on a part-time basis. So for those who don't know, Kelly Kelly has twins and she's busy with family life, but that doesn't mean that she wouldn't want to come back. But according to this interview, she states that I definitely don't think I could do full time, especially with the twins. And then I talk about wanting one more baby. So I don't know. I would definitely come back part time. My dream is for my twins to watch me in the ring one day, which I think is so cute. That's so sweet. So let's talk about this because we want that Kelly Kelly comeback. Come on now. The possibilities are endless. Endless.
You know,
I,
okay,
I cry.
a lot of you Kelly Kelly fans for some reason think that we don't Ring the Bell doesn't stand Kelly Kelly. I stand Kelly Kelly so hard. Like when I
I
saw
stand.
her come back for Royal Rumble, I literally could not like close my mouth because she was stunning. No, I really want Kelly Kelly back. I think every time she comes back, she knows. I think
Mm,
she knows what she's good at. Every time she's back for a little bit, like little taste, she like
mm.
slays in Royal Rumble. She even
Yeah.
showed us some like cool elimination. She's like splat. Um, and here's the thing. I think a lot of people don't really understand that back when Kelly Kelly was around, they were
Mhm.
restricted from the company to not do certain stuff. A lot of people
Mm,
forget about that. They were
mm,
told to fight like a girl, slap around, do hair
mm,
grabbing, and they were actually punished for doing manly stuff. And like
mm.
many people talked about this: Melina, Michelle McCool, Gail Kim, everyone, Trish, everyone. So a lot of people are like, "Oh, Kelly Kelly can't wrestle, whatever." I
Mhm.
feel like she was severely held back, and I feel like a lot of the women that came back, like Trish Stratus, for example, shows that she can actually go. She can do a lot more stuff than what she was allowed to do in the back in the days. So Kelly Kelly, I
Wow.
think I am kind of here for her to come back and show what she's got because I think she's got it.
I agree. And you raised a great point in the sense also to add to that when she was wrestling in WWE, Vince was there. So now that Vince is no longer there and we have Triple H at the helm, there's so many more possibilities. I mean, imagine if we see her on the roster, but then she to NXT, just like a lot of the wrestling talent on the main roster have been doing. That would be insane to see her just show up and say, hey, so I'm going to take this one under my wing and see what's happening over here with Nikita Lyons when she comes back. Like, come on now. So
That's
Ruka,
actually
Lola Vice, like, what? Like,
so.
can you imagine?
I think Kelly
Mm,
Kelly says Kendall Gray is her daughter. So if there's something
mm,
there, I'll be kind of be into it. Totally. But I love that you
yeah.
mentioned Triple H because Steve Fall just interviewed Candice Michelle, who was on Raw,
Mm,
and she was like, of course, she was wearing her bodysuit, and she was like, go daddy. um, what I want to say is that so Candice said
mm,
that Triple H was like, this is your home. Welcome back. Welcome home. So I feel like, and then we heard so much stories about like how Victoria was not welcomed back backstage, how Melina was not welcome. There was like stories about how like during Vince's era, a lot of the legends from Diva era were not welcomed back. They
Mm.
just didn't talk about it. Like who are you? Like Jazz, she was like never invited until Triple H finally took over. She was at
Yes.
WrestleMania, the whole convention thing. So
Yep.
I think Triple H is creating more bridges for the Diva era legends to come back, and I am here for it. I'm
Me
so
too.
here for it.
Me too. I think there's some brewing. First and foremost, we need to have another evolution. I have a feeling that will happen down the pipe. When it will, who knows? But say we have another evolution, say we do another Mae Young Classic. I mean, there might be some really cool possibilities. And correct me if I'm wrong. Was it Chelsea Green that recently stated she would like to see the Divas? Was it Divas title come back or something along those lines? I I feel there's something brewing. I just have a feeling like we're gonna see Kelly sooner than later, and then there's just gonna be some awesome synergy. And like I said, I want to see her main roster and then show up on NXT and then back to main roster. Like, let's see some cool things go down. Let's another resurgence of Evolution. Let's go for it.
Yeah, no, I would die to see Evolution 2. Like that is
Listen,
literally Evolution 1 was literally the happiest wrestling memory of my life. Yes, I've
aw.
hung out with Gail at her place. Yes, I
Hey.
have a lot of, I have a lot of happy memories. Yes. I've interviewed Trish. I ran into Trish randomly in Cleveland. I have a lot of happy
Oh
memories,
my
but like
gosh.
just sheer joy of like being there at Evolution, an arena full of other women's wrestling fans,
Mm.
and that energy I felt, it was just next level. So I would be so happy for Evolution 2 to
Oh
be
my
back.
goodness.
I know that Triple H has said a lot of stuff about like, oh, like men doesn't get like their own show, and I'm like 205,
Listen,
whatever the f that was. I'm like
205 Live.
yeah,
Oh,
and
memories.
listen, I am down to have Finn Balor, Austin Theory, Brian Panties match. Like I am down. Like the invitation is open for men too. Just letting you know. Just
This
letting you know.
is true. This is true. And oh, real quick, because you mentioned Gail Kim, also with the new TNA, the new relationship that they have. Oh my gosh. I think this is the start of something. I
Start
come on,
of something new.
come on down, Kelly. Come on down. Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go. Oh, the chat
Um,
is popping right now.
I love that Living Legend is talking about Kelly and Eve Torres reunion
Yes.
because hell yeah, where the hell is Eve Torres? I know Eve Torres,
Right.
you know, I feel like Eve Torres is one of the names that might be more likely to come back with under Triple H era because I feel like a lot of the
Mm.
I don't know, she shared some like horror stories that she had under Vince's era. So maybe with
Hmm.
the new regime, Eve Torres might finally come back. I don't know.
I think that could very well be a possibility. Like I said, the Vince era is over. We have Triple H at the helm. We got Chef Sean down at NXT. Like there's so much more that can happen. I think people would feel more comfortable from that era coming back. So Kelly, please. I really hope so. A lot of people in the chat want her to either have a match with Chelsea Green or team up with her too. So
That'd
I'm
be
I'm
so
down
good.
for that as well. That would
Could
be.
Chelsea Green like literally is obsessed with Kelly?
Yep. This makes sense. And in all the ways it makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's go.
And how fun would Ring the Bell be with Paloma reviewing Kelly's big return? That would be so fun.
Listen.
I know y'all all want it
I
because
let's see. I want it. That would be so good. Oh my gosh. Mm, salivating. There's another really good. I've seen this sentiment in the chat, but Muselli, I'm sorry if I've said your name incorrectly. Kelly needs to coach Maxine Dupree. I could totally see that as well, actually.
I can see that.
That would
Yeah.
be great.
Um,
Yeah.
I honestly see more of Maxine Dupree with Stacy Keebler. I almost feel like, but
Ooh.
yeah, but Kelly and Maxine, I see it too.
Mm, that would be nice. Oh my gosh. I have to put this up really quick because I don't think I know the full story of this, and Sony during the bell. Kelly versus Paloma Star no holds barred match. I don't know. What do you say,
She
DS?
Paloma does not like does not hate Kelly Kelly, you guys. But it's also but to be serious for a second,
Mm.
it's not Kelly, but I don't. Maybe I should talk. Never. I'm not
I
talking
don't.
about whatever.
I don't know the
But
backstory, so
it is
I'm
no.
in the
There's no
part.
backstory. But there's no backstory. But from I've been doing
Mhm.
this show for like 5 years now. That's
Yeah.
one thing I did notice is that how WWE was booking their women and like
Hmm.
who WWE chose to like push as their face of the company. It was a trickle down effect on all women's wrestlers in indie scene. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
so when Kelly Kelly was on the top, like when Brie Bella was on the top, that's what the indie companies were looking for when it comes to their female wrestlers. So all the female wrestlers had to kind of follow that kind of image almost. So I think
Okay.
that might be an aspect of
Hmm.
like, I don't know, but I might be speculating, but but how
Yeah,
amazing is it now that
I
like
agree.
right now there's all these different types of female wrestlers, all the way from
Mm.
Pure Fusion Lesbian Collective to Chelsea Green, Tiffany Stratton, all these
I
different,
mean,
the spectrum's there.
the spectrum really is there, and it's so nice to see. And it's like, when you have also the injuries happening, I think the division is so strong. And even when someone's out, there's still potential for really juicy storylines and juicy action to take place in the ring. And I just think it's now that we have these icons coming back or wanting to come back, phew, boy, I think Evolution 2 could very well happen. Could very,
Absolutely.
very well. Yeah.
Okay, shall we move to the
Mm.
third story of the night?
Yes. I'm gonna let you take that away, DS. I'm so excited for this series. I
Ooh,
cannot
okay, the
wait for this
third
series.
story. So, Netflix just released this big
Mhm.
trailer for this new Netflix series coming out. So, we all remember how much we all freaking loved Glow. It's a Netflix series about women's wrestling, but that got canceled after third season. I was so freaking pissed about
Ooh,
it. Awesome Kong was in it. But
same.
now we will have a new Netflix series about women's wrestling, but this time we're going to Japan because we're talking about Joshi Wrestling. And it's going to be focusing on a life story of a semi-retired Japanese pro wrestler, Dump Matsumoto, titled The Queen of Villains. And have you
Mm.
watched the trailer?
I did. I watched it again. I watched it yesterday and then I watched it again today twice. I watched it twice back to back. When I tell you I got chills just watching this, and there's very little about Matsumoto's life story that I understand, but after watching this, I'm just so fixated on September 19th when it's coming out. I cannot wait to see this because I think, just judging from the teaser trailer itself, even for anyone like myself that doesn't know much about her story, it doesn't matter. I think this series is really just going to tell us her story and really just give us an insight on in her era during the 1980s how it was for Joshi wrestlers, and it looks intense. I mean, it's for any of those who haven't seen it, watch it. I really think this is going to be a hit for Netflix. Netflix is just super saturated with shows and television shows and movies, but I really think this is going to do wonders for Netflix when it comes to bringing in even more fans interested in sports and interested in wrestling. So it looks fabulous, really good.
Yeah, so I freaking I freaking love it. I freaking love how it's like 80s piece, so there's already that like period piece into it. I like Japanese 80s. I feel like it's
Mhm.
such a like interesting era already. But added to that,
Mhm.
we're talking about the it's showing the person behind the wrestler and the wrestling character. So apparently she's like very famous heel character and she was one of the like most hated heels or whatever, but like behind the
Mm.
scenes we see in this trailer is like this just one little girl who wants to be a wrestler. I want to be a wrestler, mommy, I want to be a wrestler. So I think that
Mhm.
is such an interesting story. I'm so excited for it. And like you
Mhm.
noted that, she even made a WWF appearance back in 80s
Yes.
with Bull Nakano as Devils of
Yes.
Japan. And as you can, I don't know if you saw on Twitter, like,
Mhm.
Alundra Blaze, Medusa is like really excited about this. Oh my God, I should do like a little like
Oh, I didn't
review with
see
her
it.
or something. That would be so fun.
Yes. That would be amazing. I mean, it's review worthy I can see. I really cannot wait. Netflix has been on a tear when it comes to biopics and just real life stories, and this is something that I think is going to appeal to everyone. And I've just been combing through the YouTube comments, and it seems like a lot of people are here for this. So
I'm
yeah.
getting so many ideas. I'm gonna reach out to see if I can get like, so I can review it. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This is such a good idea.
Same.
I'm excited. I'm so
Yes.
excited, you guys.
Likewise. Like, I mean, it's I'm stumbling because I just judging when you guys watch the teaser trailer, it's so good. And I love a good trailer that doesn't give everything away as well. I have to put that there. I don't
I'm
think the trailer gives a lot away. Hmm.
I'm gonna do a Q&A here. Which female wrestler, which female wrestler's biopic do you want to see?
Ooh.
Because guess what? Raw, because WWE Raw is going to Netflix, so I feel like there's a little like
Yeah.
tighter situation with Netflix and WWE, and I feel like there might, they might
Yeah.
work on biopic for. It's about time we do a biopic on women. So as
More
you
than about
guys,
time.
yeah, and as you guys are
Mm.
answering that question, I don't know how this works actually.
That's a great question. I'm trying to think who else would I want to whose life story
How
would
does
I want to
this
see?
work? How does this Q&A thing work? I'm so confused.
We're gonna learn together. We're gonna
Okay,
learn all
so
together.
as you guys answer that,
Mm.
fun fact, back when I was in film school for college,
I
I
didn't know
actually
that.
wrote, yeah, so I was in film school. I actually wrote a
Yes.
short film script about
Mhm.
Lita.
Ooh.
About Lita, because I feel like, and that's really similar to this whole
Mm.
conversation about the Queen of the Villains, because I thought
Mhm.
Lita's case was so interesting about how WWE really took advantage of her real life drama into the storyline.
Mm.
I just feel like that is so fascinating and so fucked
Mm.
up, to be honest, that I
Yeah.
feel like that could be really interesting biopic.
Very interesting. And to also have her tell it from her side as well and
Yeah,
get that confirmation. Do you still have that script, yes?
I do. I think I do.
I
I
want
don't
to
know.
read it. I don't
I'll
you have
find
it.
it.
I want to read it. I want to
Yeah,
read
I'll
this. I
find
really
it. It was
seriously.
a cute story. It was a cute story about how like
Mhm.
this gay boy was in. I don't know. It was just so stupid. It was like it looked like it was my fantasy
Oh my
story of like how this like
gosh.
gay boy was um, like gaining strength from seeing Lita. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway,
That sounds so
I've
cute. Oh my goodness. I
but
want to see
right.
it.
I feel like AJ Lee was like I thought AJ Lee was working on like a TV series or
Me
something
too.
based on her. I thought she was working on it. I
On
don't
her
know what happened. It
right.
probably
No, you're
got
right.
dropped.
I remember hearing about the her book is fantastic. I still have I loved reading. I read it in like I think 3 days. It's so good. I believe you're right because I remember reading about news that it was happening or was in development. But a lot of projects, as you know, coming from film school and being entrenched in that, a lot of projects get shelved or they just sit in what is known as development hell. So there's a
Right.
chance it's still sitting in development hell. Maybe it'll come out at some point.
I
Um,
love
yeah,
Asuka. I feel like Asuka is such
Asta
an
would be
interesting
nice.
story. She was a graphic designer. She was just a graphic designer
So
and
cool.
she like F things up. She like revolutionized the
No.
Joshi industry from what I've heard. So that would be really cool.
Mm, that would be really cool. There's so many I would love to see. I would love to see Jacqueline. Um, who else?
Oh
I'm
my
trying not
god.
to think too present because it's like, yes, I would love to see a Charlotte biopic, but that's her story is still being written, so
Yeah.
we can hold off on
I
that.
I mean we already
Um,
have Soraya biopic, which is great.
yes, I love that movie. Such a great
Um
movie. Oh, Becky
honestly,
Lynch. Yeah,
Becky Lynch will be fun. Honestly, the
yeah.
second part of Soraya movie will be crazy because a lot happened. Because that movie ends with her winning a Divas Championship. A lot of shit happened
True.
afterwards. So I would love to
Very
see the
true.
second part. Honestly, I feel like
Yeah.
like Lita. You know what? I feel like Lita biopic needs to happen. Like, what is going on? We need it
Or
right
like
now.
a TV series because I feel like her story could truly I mean, so much to just wrap up in what, an hour and a half? Have it be a TV
Right.
series on Netflix. Go ahead. Yeah,
I'm gonna bring this up to
totally.
Lita next time I see her. I'm like, why aren't you making a
Please.
biopic?
Oh my goodness, Mickey James. Another one, Mickey James.
Yeah,
That would be
absolutely.
intriguing. And
Yeah,
Jazz. There's so much.
so
So
many.
much.
But let's wrap this up. So that was a fun one.
That was really
Let's
fun.
open it up for Q&A.
Woo! Oh, you're pumped. Oh, that was
Look how pumped I am
Let's
with my pecs.
Pec surge. Oh my goodness. That was
Pecs are
great.
out.
That was really good. Pec surge. Oh my gosh. We love it. We love it here. We love you guys. Let's see Q&A.
Someone was keep asking, why am I having a bad day? Who was it?
Yeah,
Someone,
a couple
someone asked like
times.
10 times.
I know. What's going on?
Uzi.
DS?
Uzi was asking about it. No, it was like not a bad day. Okay, so not a like it was just like I was kind of annoyed because there are times where I like really work hard to like get like a cool interview for you guys and it just doesn't work out and like you see like, oh shit, everyone else got that interview. And I'm like, what? So I saw like I'm very happy for them, but like Chris Van Vliet and Denise Salcedo get Ronda Rousey interview, and I've been literally I've been emailing everyone about that freaking graphic novel project that she's been doing, and I'm just like, I've been emailing you guys for like freaking months, and like you're giving interviews to them. So I was like, pissed.
But then watch you open your inbox, and it's like, hey, so we have Ronda Rousey available for.
Obviously not. They wanted other DS Denise Salcedo. So
I keep forgetting you guys have the same initials. I keep forgetting that.
Anyway, so I was kind of a little annoyed,
Okay.
but I am very happy
worry.
because we have some big interviews. I'm literally flying out. I'm flying out tomorrow to Atlanta, just like a random ass weekend trip to interview
Love
Hiroko.
it.
So excited about that. And I have
Yes.
a really big interview just booked for September.
Okay.
Should I just say it? You guys can.
Yeah.
I have a really fun interview. I'm gonna be wearing all gothic vampire outfit for it. Ariel is gonna be joining us, which will be so exciting. And then
Ooh.
end of September there is a big one, but that's gonna be a secret.
Okay. Tell me after, DS. Tell me after.
Okay.
I can't wait. I can't wait. And I'm looking at the chat. I'm so excited for you. Yeah, the rest of this year is going to be good for interviews. I'm definitely, first and foremost, you guys read PWI, Pro Wrestling Illustrated. I have some cool new things happening from now until December. So just hang tight. I want to bring this up. I know we brought this person up here, but I want to showcase this Uzi because I want to answer this because yes, I do. Do you guys watch Marigold Wrestling? Yes.
Oh, you do?
Do you watch it? Yeah.
I watched
do.
Io's match.
Oh, it's good. I watched it. Well, one of my friends, Zeta Steel, is Marigold. So shout out to Zeta. You've met Zeta Steel.
I love
yeah.
Zeta Steel.
Maniac.
Zeta is so
Yeah.
amazing. I watched some of her like I didn't watch full matches. I've seen some of her stuff, like her interviews.
Like clips. Yes.
She's gonna be the next big thing. I could tell.
Mm-hmm. I mean, so check out Zeta Steel. It's happening. You're absolutely right, DS. I agree with you. But yeah, Marigold is doing good stuff. I like it.
Yep. Who is this?
Zeta?
Tayep. You want me to interview Aaliyah?
Tayep.
Tell her that you want to see her on Ring the Bell, because
Oh, I like Aaliyah. Come on now.
I tried.
Nice.
That's all I'm gonna say. I tried.
Oh wow.
Tell her that you want to see her on Ring the Bell because I tried my best, guys, and
but sometimes
that is all I'm gonna say. I tried my best.
It's hard. It's hard. Like some interviews you wouldn't even think would be easy, and it turns out it's seamless. And then some interviews it just takes a little bit of nudging. So
You honestly, I think a lot of you guys think I waltz in. I emailed them. They're like, "Oh, DS, I love you. Of course we'll interview." No, I literally have to beg and kneel. Like for example, like Bailey, they like cut the line right in front of me, and I had to like beg Bailey, like, please. I only interview women. I do not give a two shit about respect them, but Baron Corbin, like, I do not give a hell. Like, please let me interview. Just letting you know. She
Oh,
not mood. She in a mood today.
and we never know why things are the way they are. I just keep it moving. I keep it moving. That's just
I'm
me. No,
unhinged
don't
today.
don't be
Okay,
sorry.
more Q and
It's
A. More
okay.
Q and A.
Let's see. Oh, I love this one from Stavros Crow 8A. Kelly has to be Naomi's coach again because Naomi right now is hiding in the darkness and also she could turn heel again. I think everyone loves this character of Naomi. What do you think? I
Wait,
don't know
what do
if
you
I
mean?
see it happening.
Naomi like was gone for like a week or two and then she like came back,
Mhm.
but like she came back with a whole new styling. Like I almost said like
Yeah.
she came from the Trinity style to like she came back to the
Mm.
Naomi style. She came back with her forehead's out, her abs are out, everything.
Yeah. Abs.
And I think they're gonna do like a 6 woman tag or something like that with the big three.
That makes sense. I could see happening. I don't know if Kelly would be Naomi's coach again. That's just my opinion as well. But as stated before, there's so many girls and so many possibilities to do cross pollination. Like I don't know. Be
It could
cool,
be
but I
cool
don't know if
though.
I
It
can
could
see
be
it.
cool. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
What is this?
I literally
Ed
just saw
R.
that and I was like, Ed, it's all good. Better late than never.
I just
All
recently
good.
realized Athena was Ember Moon. Took you
It's
a
hey,
very long time. Wasn't she a champion for like 500 days or
for a
something like that?
yeah, a super long time.
So all this time
Super
you were
long.
like, who is our ROH Women's Champion?
It's all good. Happens to the best of us, Ed. You're fine. Glad you noticed. Oh, let's see. Anything else? Anything else? Feel like I have something about Mina, but I
Ooh,
lost
wait,
it.
this was a good news that we decided not to cover. What a thank you for
Oh,
maybe
well,
we'll do it next
next
week or
time.
something.
Next time. Yeah.
So they are opening a first speed championship for the women, right?
Yes, they are.
Who is
This
winning?
is true. Who will be the first speech? Well, I'm trying to think how that first speed champion.
I want to see someone that never won
Jeez.
championship win it.
That's what I'm trying to think. Who?
Michin? I feel like Michin will be great.
Oh, I love Mishin. She'll be good.
Yeah,
She'll be
Michin,
good.
Naomi winning it. I can see it because like the whole like speed
Hmm.
thing. Who would main? Because this is mostly main
Hmm.
roster thing, right? Like who would be a
Yeah.
good like
Yeah.
Oh, Candice LeRae as speed champion will be amazing. Yeah.
Oh, why didn't I think of Candice? That would be nice. That'd be
Or we
really
can give it
nice,
to Tegan.
actually.
We can give it to Tegan so she can finally leave the catering area.
Oh man, oh Tegan, where has Tegan been? It's been a minute. It's been a minute with Tegan. That'd be cool
Yeah.
too. All of those are great, fine options. Actually, I could
Mhm.
actually see all of that.
But I did
Let's
see the
see.
tweet that Chelsea Green wanted to bring back the Divas Championship, so she can win this and bring back the
See,
Divas
I know
Championship.
I
That would be great.
saw it.
Yeah,
I was like, I
yeah,
knew I saw her mention that. That would be, and why not? I say bring it back. That would be
yeah.
fabulous. Fabulous,
Women's title.
fabulous. And then,
Kiana's trapped in catering. Okay, well, let's talk about
oh,
Kiana.
I love
What the hell is going
Kiana. What's
on?
going on with her? Right. She was on a
Because
team not that long ago.
they were kind of building a storyline of like her being
Yeah,
like a GM's assistant, kind of like how Eve Torres
exactly.
was, how AJ was. So I was kind of
Yeah.
like, GM's assistance is like literally the way to the
Mhm.
success. Because I was like, I'm here for it, but no,
Mhm.
she's gone. I don't know what happened. I
Is
wonder if
she
they're
injured?
like
She's
redeveloping her character or something like that.
probably because she's not injured, right? I haven't heard anything about her being injured.
I don't
So
think so.
maybe they are developing her. Because yeah, they really were propping her up like big time. Then all of a sudden it just no word. So perhaps that's what it is. I hope so. I like her a lot.
Uzi is coming
Yeah.
with the good questions, one
Hey,
after another. Yeah.
Uzi.
Keep coming with the great questions. So, have you guys seen Anna Jay in Stardom so far? I've seen some of the
I
clips
haven't.
of Anna Jay
Mm-hmm.
wrestling, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
so happy. I did I talk about this before? Um,
I
I
don't know.
think I
I don't
might
think so.
have, but I love that Anna Jay is in Stardom because I think Anna Jay is real. She because she's only wrestled for like 4 years now,
Well,
3 4 years now.
yeah, because before AEW, she had wrestled for like I don't even think it was a full year. She was
Right.
extremely green, very new.
So I think, and a lot of all the time when Anna Jay was wrestling, a lot of people are talking about how like
Mhm.
it looks, the moves are hitting, but it just,
Yes.
it seems like the intensity is missing.
Mm-hmm.
Like she, it almost looks like she's dancing instead of like wrestling. There was like some of the criticisms that I saw.
Yes.
So where do you go? Japan, because they kick the shit out of you. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
seems like a perfect thing for her to do. Mariah talked about how they like Mina sent her to a dojo
Mm-hmm.
to like practice how to do like devastating
Good.
like drop kicks. So if that's what she's gonna do in Japan,
Ooh.
hell to the yeah.
I love it. This was the perfect. I agree with everything you said, DS. This was the perfect move. And I too remember a lot of fans saying she has a lot of promise. We really like her, but there's something missing. And I do know she has a dance background that explains the way that she's been doing in the ring. But she needed this Japan run. She needed the stardom run to get better because it's you can only get better going to Japan. And I'm happy for her too. Like this, when she comes back to the States, yeah, it's gonna be a whole new side. Yep.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Do you see any good
Oh,
questions?
I want to see not a question, but I want to see Maurice too. Yes, always with a pink. So do I.
I like this
Let's
one.
go.
Sour Cat has a really good question.
Oh
So NXT
gosh.
Gauntlet match,
Follow
Eliminator
match
match.
prediction.
So they chose
Jeez.
6 random women. And then the winner of that match will be challenging for
Mm,
Roxanne Perez. Who do you think might
mm.
be winning?
Gauntlet match. Oh Lord. You see how it's just a win? 'Cause I don't know if I can predict that right now. I
Yeah.
mean, Soul Ruka
Carmen
always
Petrovich,
pops
maybe?
out.
Oh yeah, Sol Ruka's in that
Really?
match, right?
So Ruka's, I think so. If she surely is, then like she's to me at this stage will be a top pick. I see in the chat Jada. I can't recall. I don't know. Is Jada in? Is
Yes.
Jada in the
So
Gauntlet
we
match?
have Rand
Oh
Sinclair,
well.
Adrian
Oh,
Arizo, Sol Ruka, Jada Parker, Kendall Gray, Carmen
ooh.
Petrovich.
It. I think it might end up either being Soul or Jada. I'm just
I
gonna
think
go with that.
Sol is a predictable choice, so I actually would love to see
Yeah, it
Sol versus
is.
Roxanne. That would be a
Ooh.
great match.
Oh,
Um
yeah.
yeah,
That's why
I
I
think
don't know.
Sol's my pick. Because yeah, I still have major
I
issue with
mean,
Jada's finisher. I just like, what is
oh,
this? Everyone has the coolest finisher, and then she has the ass. It's like,
but that can be developed. That can be developed.
yeah,
It's we're still in the developing stages. I feel just like you said, Soul is the predictable choice, but I mean, at this point, seeing how everything is going with how they're building her up and how fast she's improving, like I
hmm,
feel like if it's not going to be Jada, it's going to be Soul, unless they pull the wild card and it is Carmen Petrovich, like which hey, you know,
yeah,
maybe
yep,
it's NXT.
yep.
Yeah. Hmm.
All right. Let's do
Want
like
to do
two
one
more
more?
questions
Two
and
more?
wrap it up. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Let's see. There's a lot of good
Um,
ones
well,
actually.
said X reality, I see your seven deadly sins, but I feel like that's too
I
much.
saw that one.
I was like, I don't really.
We'll be here for a minute.
I know what lust is. Liv Morgan.
Oh, Liv on her revenge tour. I love everything happening with this whole
She's
storyline. That's a whole other
lustful, yeah.
conversation. Very lustful. It's so good. So good. Um oh, well, do I
Ooh, okay, this is a really good question. Where did it go? Oh, Casey. Okay,
just
I'm actually
oh,
curious what you think about it.
oh.
Casey, how do you feel about blood in
Huh.
women's matches? Because we've been seeing a lot of blood lately, especially with AEW.
Yeah.
AEW's been doing a lot of hardcore,
Hmm.
like like no, what is it? Like no DQ matches, weapons, wild
Yeah.
matches. How do you feel about it? Because we definitely don't see it a lot in WWE side.
I know people say it takes away from the story, it takes away from the match. You're talking to someone that loves horror. I so any blood I don't get, uh, just in general, I'm not ticked by it. When it comes to in women's matches, I'm not mad at it, to be quite honest. I mean, if you're doing it constantly, then maybe it's like, all right, why are we seeing blood every match or every pay-per-view, PLE, so forth and so on? It has to like fuse into the storyline itself. However, I really don't mind seeing blood in women's matches. I don't. And there's other reasons for that too that, I don't want to get too graphic, but I just don't have a problem with I don't have a
Oh,
problem with
really?
it. Yeah. I
Do
don't have
you
a
not
problem
have
with it.
problem with like I mean I'm not even just talking about like women's mac but like when they
Mhm.
put out like forks and like pizza cutter.
That's when at certain points I do like cringe a little bit because I'm just like, why? Like why? Because it's just like but it's just to me, I don't mind not at certain like okay. I know this might be going on script, but like say if it's a GCW match, I have gone to a GCW match. Those are intense. Those are very intense. You have to mentally prepare yourself. But at the same point, I don't when it comes to women's matches, I don't have a problem with it. But that's me. I just don't. Now, if you're doing it constantly, then I'm just like, all right, well, what's the reason behind this? Because then I have to start thinking, well, how is this helping the storyline itself? But AEW they are doing a lot of blood in women's matches. What do you think, DS? Because I'm curious about your
I
opinion.
so I don't have like okay, I don't have issues with blood in women's
Mhm.
matches. I don't cuz whatever, like whatever. But personally, I don't like violence. Like I don't like violence, like
Yeah,
ultra violent
there.
stuff. Like
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
I like when I go to like I don't mind it, but like when yeah, I don't like ultra violent stuff. So when there's like dumb text and stuff like
Mm,
that, like it's just in general, I don't really like it. And the
yeah.
issue I have with AEW women's matches that have like a lot of blood, and I think
Mm,
that's not the case for Diana versus Thunder match. I feel like that
yes,
deserved to have that stipulation match, and like it made sense
I
why
agree.
they would beat each other up so hard that they would
Yes,
be bleeding. Um,
yes. Mhm.
but AEW also at the same time did so many of these like matches where like why are they hating each other so much that they're like making other person bleed so much? Like it doesn't like storyline wise it
Right.
doesn't make sense. Like
Sense, yeah.
I feel like it needs to build to that point for there to be so much hatred and
Mhm.
destructive energy that you want to like see each other bleed. Like for a lot of the matches, we didn't have that. Like Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker match, I think that like
Mm.
I think people loved it. People understood why
Oh,
they're
yeah.
fighting to that extent. So I think that really worked. But I
Mhm.
think some of the matches that they had was just like, wait, why do they like why do they want to see each other
Yeah,
bleed
if
so
it's
much?
like just a constant, like you're just doing it to do it for graphic or gore sake, then it's just like,
Yeah.
come on. Because even in a horror movie, there's a reason for it's not just like let's
Right.
just have all this gore to have gore. There has to be a reason for it. Yeah.
And the other thing is, it's just like a thing for like general in industry. Like if you're doing these hardcore matches
Mm,
over and over and over again, like if you get too desensitized to that amount of like wild like brutality,
mm,
at what point do you because sometimes you have to like go above and beyond to like shock the people, right? So if you do that all the
yeah,
time,
yes.
like how do you achieve that? Like I feel like sometimes that puts wrestlers in danger by making it almost like a norm. I don't know if that makes sense.
It definitely makes sense. And I saw a comment. I'm trying to move up. I think I missed it, but the person said it has for the health reasons. Now, the health reasons, that would probably be the only caveat for me because I'm thinking, okay, you've agreed to do this match. There's a lot of blood. What happens when you're cutting or certain things happen and there's so much blood that you're like, are you okay? Like, are you gonna, those are the type of questions that I certainly ask myself. I'm not a wrestler, so I don't know like what goes into preparing mentally and physically for the loss of blood, like because nobody wants. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
like losing blood. You know,
Yeah.
there's some health things with that, but that's the one caveat that I think about for these matches. Like, how is your health okay? Like, are you okay? You know, scarring, all these. I mean, for real, especially when, like you said, you're using pizza cutters and like thumbtacks
Right.
and whatnot. I'm like, are you all right? Like, at the end of the day, are you okay?
Are
That's
you
my major
okay?
concern. Yeah, like, are you
um
all right? You know?
Let's go to the last question, and thank you so much, David, for
Thank
super
you,
chat.
David. Yes,
Do you
you have to
think
say
Wendy Chu be able to dethrone Kalani Jordan for the
mm,
for the women's North American title? NXT Women's Division is on fire right now. I completely agree. What do you think?
that would be kind of amazing. As much as I love Kalani, I'm so happy for her. Wendy Chu, first of all, I love Wendy Chu being back. It's been a minute. That would be really cool to see. That would be cool to see. But let's give Kalani some time. Let's keep that title for a little bit. Come on now. I'm happy for her. I want to keep it for a little bit, but Wendy Chu, and I think she's able to dethrone Kalani. Absolutely. I think some people might be surprised about that, but Wendy Chu, I can see her doing it. So what do you think, DS?
I would love to see Wendy Chu dethrone Kalani Jordan. I mean, they are
Mm,
such a different style too, because Kalani had this absolutely amazing match with Sol Ruka, both of them like so
yeah.
acrobatic and athletic. But Wendy Chu is a lot more like classic wrestling style, but also like very
Mm,
much like character driven. So I would love to see them mix up. And the other thing too from Kalani is that one thing that Kalani I feel like is missing is a bit
mm.
of that character or storyline element. I mean, she is great at cutting some like presidential election speech, Lani for the people. But
Yeah.
outside of that, I'm like, I think Kalani can take advantage of being in this like very much like character driven storyline. I think that would
Yes,
help her a lot, like build that character.
I
Because some of
agree.
the acting I've seen so far when she's like interacting with Tatum Paxley and she's like, I am an adult and I do not play with dolls. It's like, okay,
She
let's
doesn't play
work
with
on this like acting a little bit.
She doesn't play with dolls.
She
Lonnie
doesn't.
does not play with dolls. She does. And you know what? With the move from NXT to CW, I think the skills, they're gonna improve. They're gonna be sharpened up a bit. It takes
Right.
time. I'm so excited for the CW move, and I think there's more to Kalani. She's
Yeah.
building. She's in her building years. So
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, her wrestling is like
yeah,
out of the world. Like it's
it
kind of
is.
scary how great these women that NXT is building right now will be in
Mm.
like 3 to 4 years. So I'm very excited. And then the program with Wendy Chu, a veteran who's nailing her character so much, I feel like it'll
Yeah.
only improve them. Wow, you guys are going Kalani Harris.
I'm like, I haven't seen the chat. I'm like, what's going on? Oh my goodness.
So funny.
Whoa.
Uh, All right, but I think
Oh,
that is it for our news and rumor live. Anything else?
it
A quick
sure
one?
is. I'm
Okay,
just
I will do.
cracking by the
Let's do a
Kalani
quick
versus
shout out. Let's
freaking
do a
out.
quick shout out for everyone. Thank you, Uzi, for sending all the great questions. Stev
Yay.
Roshrock 8K for sending me that you want to see Divas tag teams. Thank you,
Yes,
Simply
you
Eddie.
said,
Thank you so much.
oh my gosh,
Muselli.
everyone is amazing.
Yeah,
Muselli,
everyone.
Hector Quintanilla. Yes, Living Legend. So many
Living
great fans.
Legend,
You guys are
so many great
awesome.
questions. Sourcat, thank you so much. All right, let's wrap it up. Where can we all find you, Candice?
Yay. Oh my goodness. Yes, please find me on Twitter/X, whatever you want to call it, at Candace Cordelia. That's CANDACE. Find me on Instagram at that girl Candace16. Please, also, I have to put this in. I am looking for votes. I have put in an
Oh,
application
yeah.
for South by Southwest next year. I want to moderate a panel. It's based on fashion plus wrestling. That includes gear design. I have King Troy. If you're not familiar who King Troy is, he styles, gosh, the Sky's the Limit. He styles Liv Morgan, Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch. The list goes on and on. He will be on the panel along with special guests. If you want to see a fashion meets wrestling panel at South by Southwest next year, please, I will put where can I put a link? If I'm able to put a link on
I will put
Ring
it
the
in
Bell
the.
or
I will
another.
put it in the. Yeah, I'll put it in the
Yes,
chat,
in
or not the
in
chat.
the
The
chat.
comment. The
The
comment
comments, that
section
would be
below.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes, please vote so we can have this. It would be great for the industry. And we need to give props to our gear designers and stylists in the industry as well. They do amazing work. So please vote so we can have it. And please follow, and love you all.
And you can find me at DShin on Instagram and Ring the Bell DS on Twitter. Follow me to follow my journey to meeting Hiroko. I'm so freaking excited about that. Just letting you know, so freaking excited. I won't be at Berlin, but I will. Yeah, I think I'll be in LA. Anyway, yeah, just follow me on DShin on Instagram, Ring the Bell DS on Twitter to see what I'm up to, because I post way too much anyway. And I'll see you next time. Bye.